think we're live. You are live. We're live.
Cool.
So we're a little early, but we were ready. So
That and they're starting to mow behind us. So
and they're unloading the food. And they're unloading a truck in front of us.
welcome,
And there's a class of 30 people getting ready to come out.
and probably say, hey, I was just being approached by somebody that wants a refund. So good morning from Coffee Talk, Nancy and Torrey.
Yay! This is Grady's coffee.
Grady makes the best coffee.
He does make
Meals
the
on
good-
Wheels.
Yep, best coffee.
This morning, Febby from Meals on Wheels is going to come and talk for a minute
Cool.
and tell us a little bit about what's going on there. And
Cool.
yeah.
I do Meals on Wheels for Jerry and myself.
You're a recipient.
I am a recipient. Every day I take home Angie's, and then I usually just take Angie's because you get 2 meals.
Yeah.
You get one from Angie's. Yesterday it was delicious baked chicken.
Ooh, that meatloaf they had last week. The thing was
Yep.
like,
And I always call her when it's something good and go, do you want Jerry's meal?
yeah.
Like I'll just as soon give it to you than bring it home. No, yesterday was I didn't get it because it was egg salad. I don't like.
Ooh, I like egg
I
salad.
don't like egg salad.
I bet
But
Angie's
yeah,
makes a mean egg salad too.
if you like egg salad. Yep. And I think
Yeah.
one day next week she's having like shrimp and grits. And I was like,
What?
I'm super picky. Jerry, he'll eat anything. But I'll tell you, we have probably saved
Oh, I bet.
hundreds of dollars.
Because there's also a
Hundreds.
meal that goes home with you too. I mean, if
Right.
you want it, do you opt in on that, or do
I
you
get them
just-
for him. I
Yeah.
don't get them.
Yeah.
Because he'll eat he'll eat whatever we get from Angie's in that. Like he eats both of those.
Right. Okay.
Like, but he only eats once a day, so he eats both. So make sure too when you come in that you say hey, so we know like who's here. Like there's a bunch of people here, but we can't see who it is.
Yeah, here's
Our
Febby.
special guest.
Hi.
Come sit down.
So this is Febby Gordon.
Hello, I'm Febby Gordon, the congregate manager here at Meals on Wheels.
We were just
How
talking
you
about
doing
Meals on
today?
Wheels.
Awesome. We'd love to have you come out. We're expecting a whole lot of people coming, so we would love to have you come out and sign up with us for lunch.
And how do you do that?
We'll do that by coming by and filling out a registration form. Our lunchtime is from 11 to 12. We start serving lunch at 11 a.m. And we need you to sign up and just come on by and have a lot of fun with us.
Because you do special things too, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
we do
bingo
special
yesterday
things.
with was it Etna?
We have birthday bingo
I start
celebrating
signing
the
up
month
for,
of May. Everybody's birthday for the month of May.
But then you're doing a fashion show, right?
Yes,
On the
I'm
10th,
so
is it-
glad you mentioned that.
I saw the
Nancy.
sign-up sheet for it.
Yes, we're having a fashion show June 14th.
14.
Yes, so please come out. If you want to show some fashion, we'd love to have you model.
Oh,
Or
look,
if
we have
not, just
people.
come on out
See?
to see the fashion show. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So we look forward to seeing at least some of you.
Hey, Carolyn. Hi, Martha.
Hi.
I'm sure there's more. They like to stay secret till later.
And then they'll
Yeah.
so sometimes by the end of the month we'll have 400 or 500 people
Oh,
that
easy.
come in.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they show up a little bit
Yeah.
later.
So
and
like
not
everybody
coming
that's
on.
in there right now, doing Karen's fitness class, there's
Mhm.
like 30 people in there. They'll all go watch it this afternoon or tomorrow or tonight on their phone or
You all
whatever.
need to show up. Show up and show
Yeah,
up.
come. I love it. I'm telling you, I was just telling Torrey, I said, I do Meals on Wheels for Jerry and myself. And I probably am saving $400 a month on groceries.
See?
And milk, like I was buying quarts of milk and
Mhm.
throwing half of it away. Because I mean,
'Cause
I
you
don't eat
drink
cereal
them.
that often,
Right,
you know?
exactly.
And I'm actually eating fruit because I would never buy fruit.
Fruit is
So I
every
bring home
day.
a banana or an
Mhm.
apple, an orange, which I wasn't doing before,
Right.
eating enough
It's
fruit.
a nutritional
That's
meal.
great.
It's a nutritional meal.
Yeah.
We have a lunch that we have here, and we also do a carry-out lunch
Yep.
for you, a carry-out meal for you to take home, and it's a nutritional one as well.
Yep.
And it includes, like Nancy said, your milk, your bread, and your fruit daily, and it's a balanced diet. You
And this
know?
is what we do. Now it's like a helicopter. Oh, there it is.
All right.
Our,
The
our
train will
government,
come by in a
our
minute.
government funds at work right there.
Lots of fun at the Garner Senior
Yes,
Center.
come,
Lots of
join
noise.
us.
Woo-hoo. All right. It was good talking
Thank
to
you
you
for
all.
visiting. Come
See you when
back.
you come by to sign up, okay?
Lots going on here.
I'm going to give a little plug for the home delivery too.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was just asking Neek, who is in charge of the home delivery for Meals on Wheels, and we need drivers. So if this is something, if you're looking for a way to
You
volunteer,
can do 1 day a week.
you can
if
do
you
one
want.
day. We can do one day a month.
You can.
Yeah,
1 day a
and
month.
some people share it as far as their businesses and that kind of thing,
Yeah.
where they take turns. But it means so much to people to
It
see, to
does.
not just receive the meal, but to have a daily contact. Some people don't
Yeah.
see anyone all day long, so
Yep.
that's
yeah.
their daily contact. You know,
Like I tried to get that for my mother, but we live too far out. So I cut the meals, but I didn't get the somebody coming to the house every day. And that's what I wanted. I wanted
Yeah.
somebody to knock at the door and,
And
mainly remind her to eat lunch.
yeah,
And,
and
I mean, it's awesome.
and they get
and
you know,
they can't
just
drop it off. They have to wait for you to
Right.
answer the door.
So just the milk and my grandmother, this is back in the 80s, my grandmother would get Meals on Wheels, and it's not like she didn't have food, but
Right.
she really just had this cute little guy would come and or no, it was a woman that a couple that would come,
Good.
and they would drop off and just check on her and say hey to
They
her.
don't go
and,
in. They
nope.
can't go in the
Nope.
house. They have to stay.
Well,
So
back
it's only
then I
2
think they
seconds.
actually did.
Oh, maybe they did. Yeah, well, I know now they can't go in the house.
But it's a daily contact, and that's
Absolutely.
anything that helps you stay at home longer is what we're aiming for. So.
Yep. And it makes your kids feel better than knowing that somebody.
But if you're interested in volunteering with Meals on
Yeah.
Wheels, they're here. Meek is here Monday through Friday, and she's usually here between 9 and let's say 12:30, just to be safe, to talk to them about volunteering. And you would go out with somebody that already knows the route, so you wouldn't be just flying blind. I mean, they would show you how to
Yep.
do all that.
So today, Mandy is taking a group to Jordan Lake. I have done that trip before.
Yeah. On a day like this, I
Oh
hope
my
they don't get
gosh.
sunburned.
Oh, it's
a
gonna be
beautiful.
awesome.
Yeah.
I remember like sitting there taking selfies going, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. And I'm out on the lake with, my friends.
Yeah, it's an eco tour,
It's
so they're learning
awesome.
all about the ecosystem at Jordan Lake, and it really is fascinating.
And his
'cause they
wife
have
made like nachos.
Yeah,
and
she doesn't
dip
do that
and-
anymore. They do
Oh,
drinks. But
okay.
yeah, she did. She did dips
That was
or
cool.
something. Yeah, that was cool. We went back in the good days. Well, the boat has broken down
Yeah.
a couple of times, so this
Yeah.
is the third time this has been done. But
Yeah. And she had to reschedule the lemur trip too because of
COVID.
COVID.
They had some
Yeah.
protocols that were still in place.
They were
and
worried
didn't
about
allow.
the lemurs. Yeah. they
Well,
were worried.
That makes sense. So we're all kind of part of
I
the
don't know.
same
Lemurs
species.
get like COVID. I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
But yikes, that's scary. But yep, so they'll have a blast today, and they hopefully will get to see some eagles, bald eagles.
Yeah.
Like that's the big thing I liked was seeing them. Besides
We were
being out
talking
in the
about
lake
lemurs.
all day.
Y'all might not know that there's a lemur center in Duke,
Yeah.
at close to the Duke Forest, and they have really cool species of lemurs. It's really fun to go, and you can go on your own. So
I remember the night ones. There were like ones that only come out at
Yeah.
night with the big long.
you had to
big
be in a
long
dark
nail,
room,
and
and
like
they would fish
they were
things out
kinda
of.
skeevy, like
Yeah, they had these
scary
long
looking.
fingers.
They
that
look
would-
like something out of a horror movie. But the other ones were super cute.
That's right.
So there's that. Don't forget drumming. Done drumming twice now. You did the first one. I did the second one. I'm going to be here, but I can't do it. You're going to do the third one. And this woman said at the last drumming, and you can register online for that. It's the 14th. It's a Tuesday, June 14th at 1:30. And Ronnie Pulley comes. Last time he brings somebody with him that plays those bigger
The
drums.
big drums, yeah.
To keep like the beat, and then he does teaches us all.
So
these
this is
rhythms.
therapeutic drumming. It's not
Yes.
just drum circle.
It's not
I mean,
I don't think it's not like a drum circle I've ever been to.
no, and I mean,
You're actually learning.
you're learning rhythm. So I mean, it really is a lesson more than it is
I
that.
agree.
So there's a cost to it, but it's well worth it. I
He
mean,
brings all those drums.
yeah, he was unloading on
Loves
the.
everything.
Yeah, it's a lot to bring in, and his knowledge. I
Yeah.
mean, he's very experienced, and
Yeah.
he creates an experience for
expert.
folks. Yeah,
But this lady was sitting next to me at the last one, and she said, she goes, the reason I come here, she says, because when you're here, and this is so true, you're not thinking about anything.
Right.
All you're thinking about is drumming. Did I show you the bruises though? I had on
Nancy's
the whole bottom of
whole
my
hand was
all
like
bruised.
bruised,
But it didn't hurt. It didn't
you
hurt.
were into it.
It was awesome. I love it. Love. So definitely check into that. It's drumming. You can sign up at Rec Desk or just come in and grab one of us and we'll register you for that. We have an advisory committee meeting
Tomorrow. Yeah.
That's always interesting.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I have such a good.
Yeah, we do.
We have such a good
We
crew.
do.
It's
I was
almost like
going to
it's almost
ask
like a-
Mike to come in and put that thing together.
it's kind of like a family reunion a little
Yeah,
bit, because
they're
these
super
people have been
sweet.
with us for a long time and
Super cool.
and advise us on things if we have questions, and also advocate for us if we're having to make some major changes, or and we want to present it to the public in a nice fashion,
So I printed out all of my, at the end of the month, I send reports to Torrey, and she sends them up from there about how many people, what programs we had, and approximately how many people participated in each of the programs. So I did March and April, which is what you asked me to do. I'm still working obviously on May, but I went back to I first went to 2021.
Ooh, interesting.
Nothing.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
So these are
Everything
our
was
numbers
virtual,
for how many
virtual,
times they met.
virtual.
It's like how many times we met with different programs, and how many programs we offer throughout the month,
and how many people
and how many
kinda
people
came.
come. Yeah.
Whether they're counted or whether they registered for something. And I have it listed, like if it's a fee based or whatever, it's all separated so that we can go back and look at it later. Anyway, so I went to 2021. It was like virtual.
Hardly.
So
Yeah, we
then
had
I
like
went to
one
2020
legal aid.
in March,
Yeah.
and it was the same thing.
Mm.
So COVID hit 2020.
2020.
So I went to
Yeah.
2019, and I printed one out for March. We have a ton of programs that we did not have in 2019. I only printed out one. I'm wondering if I should print out one for everybody for 2019, because I thought it was really interesting to go through and look. Meals on Wheels is a little bit lower than it was March of 2019. People are still, working on coming back. The fitness classes are a teeny bit slower, like Karen and mine, but like line dancing, soul line dancing is like 3 times as many people. We have, it was just very interesting to see. Most of the stuff, the people that were visiting the fitness room were about the same as 2019. So we're back.
Yeah.
Is what, like, we're busy.
Yeah, which is great.
It is.
It's a lot more fun.
We missed you all. Like,
it was bad. Yeah.
And we kept saying all the time, 90% of my job is
When- and
interacting with people.
Your whole
like, this is
career,
awful.
my entire career, I was like, God, if I only had like 1 year where I could just sit down and do all my paperwork. Well, I had 2, and I don't want to do a bunch of paperwork.
No,
I want to
awful.
see people.
Yeah,
I mean, that's why I
it was
signed up for
awful.
this.
It was awful. So that was interesting. I thought I would bring that up. We're going to be closed Memorial Day, so don't come. I have signs up. Talk about sweet peas and your gardening and going to see that guy.
Yeah. So yesterday, we're doing this gardening project that you can see behind us. We've trellised a little bit behind us. Our vegetables are coming in very nicely, and Cherry Gay has been so kind to help us. She was out here almost to get dehydrated yesterday. She
doesn't feel good,
She's not. I know.
And you were in a car with her.
I know.
She thinks she's getting a cold. I know.
C'est la vie.
I know.
What do you do?
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, we went over across the street on St. Mary Street. We're right behind Hudson's Hardware, to this little farm that one of our gardening folks had told us about. And she raises microgreens. Her name is Tammy.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm going to butcher it. Tammy. And she's with Sweet Peas, and she provides, it's a microgreens and micro vegetables.
What is a microgreen and a micro vegetable?
Super high nutrient food.
Oh, cool.
And they're grown in a greenhouse. But she also has an acre.
Is it in her yard?
The container was in her. It's a container unit,
Oh.
and it has all these things that I don't know. Most fascinating person ever. I really enjoyed talking with her.
Cool.
I see this cute area in Garner, this one little street that nobody knows about, and it just feels.
I want to go.
But she specializes in urban gardening. Take the smallest piece of land and make it make it work. And it's all.
And how'd you hear about her?
Through somebody at the. I think she did a talk at the library, but she has Brooke, who is fire chief Poole, his stepdaughter, and she is doing all the marketing and doing outreach and education. So they're going to come over here.
Nice.
We were talking about and even though if you're not a member of Gardening for Life, if we have a program that you're interested in doing, and it's for some of the speakers and that kind of thing, we'll make sure to put it out public so that anybody can attend.
Okay.
Trips, it's a little bit harder because these people
Limit.
have signed up and we don't have but so much space.
Her name is Tammy Purdue.
Thank you. I thought it was. Thank you, Carolyn. I was thinking, is it Purdue? Anyway, so just
love you guys.
I know, wonderful
Takes a village,
folks.
man.
Yeah. So anyway, I think I'm gonna start ordering microgreens from her. I want to start eating green,
Cool.
eating more healthy.
Can't
but
hurt.
I know.
How
It
expensive
can't-
is that? Can't be
I don't
more,
think it's that
it
much.
can't be more expensive than a
But-
grocery store right now.
But
anyway,
for our
right?
group, you get this produce. But there's a lot of places that provide produce boxes, but this is kind of a unique one. It may have mostly Asian greens in it or something like that. Yeah. So you could, what we're going to do is have a chef come in and take the
Ooh.
box, kind of like Chopped, which is like my
Fun.
favorite show, and take the box and make something out of it. So open the box.
Cool.
Anyway, so super neat. I had a great time. We are going to Plant Delights on Monday,
I think
which
I've been
is
there.
Juniper Level, and it's Tony Avent's farm and nursery, and he is about to, I think, donate it to the community of Juniper Level. So
Oh, wow.
it's as a public garden, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, a little bird told me
Is that the one that's only open like a certain
it
one time a
was.
year or something?
It was, and
Okay.
then he's got it more open for the public. You
Okay.
can't go in and just buy plants right now. You have to order them because
Okay.
there's people that have reservations. But he does. He has the arboretum in Raleigh. He had a lot to do with
Okay.
some of the plants that were out there, and it's really
I think I've
interesting.
been there.
So anyway, he was also had a WREL spot for a little while and,
Okay.
a public radio spot. So super excited that we might even actually get to see him tomorrow.
That would
I
be
understand
cool.
he's an extremely humble guy. I think anybody that does gardening like that is just really neat. And this is not something I know anything about. So hearing people that are beginners like Tammy, she's been doing this for 7.5 years. She quit corporate America 6.5 years ago, and she's 62 years old. And she's like, I'm tired of sitting down behind a desk. And I was like, yeah,
Love it.
I got it. Yeah.
Love
Anyway,
Oh, did you see my earrings? Look at
hey,
these.
look.
Check these out. These were from one of my favorite people. Gave these to me for my birthday. Made by one of my favorite people,
Jody Jameson.
Yep. Like I just like.
Jody Jameson was
I never wear earrings, but on coffee.
she
Talk
was
Day.
the senior center director in Cary, and we met during the Ann Johnson Institute.
That'll flow.
In 2003, but we probably knew each other long before that and have been best friends practically since. And
I know her from senior games.
Yeah, but Nancy is about to finish up with Ann Johnston Institute
I'm
of
bummed though
Senior
that it's
Center
gonna be-
Management.
I'm so bummed it's going to be virtual though. Like, okay, so I've been going to this Ann Johnson. Oh my god,
It's a 3-year commitment.
and I missed 1 year
yeah.
because I was in Taiwan. So I didn't start on the six modules, and I didn't start on one. I don't know which one I started on, but I missed module
the first
one,
and they
because
only
I was
offer
in
it
Taiwan.
every 3 years.
Right. So and then 2 years COVID.
Right.
So it's been like it's taken me 5 or 6 years to finally get this done. And every time I go, and it's always fun, and you meet all these cool people that all do the same job that you do all over the state. And
yeah, it's we do something very unique. Not a whole lot of people do what we do or face the things that we do. I mean,
Yeah, we do kind of talk about y'all when
a
we're there.
little bit,
Just a
though.
little. But it's great, and like each module has a different point of interest that it's going to be, and they always do some weird. You got to make a centerpiece about bees. We had to do. I'm trying to think. Anyway, I've watched all these people graduate, and when you graduate, everybody brings like their boas,
their boas
and these
and
big glasses and graduation hats. And mine's going to be virtual. I am still going to go get a boa and some graduation glasses, and I'm going to wear for all 3 days. I'll be disgusting, but that T-shirt that I bought you one, and I bought
I
me
love that
one.
T-shirt. That's like my favorite T-shirt.
I haven't worn it. I'm saving
Senior
it.
Center Alliance, North Carolina Senior Center
Who
Alliance.
puts this on?
Yeah.
But so it's going to be virtual. So not in 2 weeks, not next week, not the first week in June, but the second week in June. I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I will be here,
But the door is going to be closed.
the door will be shut, and I will be at this workshop because, I won't be answering my phone, or hopefully no one will bother me. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think the chances are that no one's going to come and sit down in my office? And I'm trying to decide: do I want to do it here? Do I want to do it at home? And I think doing it here, I'll pay more attention.
Yeah, and it's not. But
if I get home, I kind of like when I'm doing ones at home, I float off, and then I end up turning on the TV and playing like Nintendo. Lie. That was
It's a lie. She doesn't do that.
I don't do that.
Never.
But yeah, so I'm doing AJI, Ann Johnson Institute. And then I'm done. And then I go to the lead. Is it the leadership or something that you go to once a year?
Yeah, no, it's the annual thing.
Something. You do one thing once a year after.
Are you still gonna be here?
Probably not. This is true. I might still go. I'll make the town pay
you
for
know,
me.
you can be my roommate.
There you go. But yeah, and usually too, like I've brought my mother with me before.
Yeah.
We've gone to the beach. We did it once at the beach. Once I went to Charlotte, and it was at the Great Wolf Lodge. We were just talking about that the other day, and I went there. I have a kid that Shayna lives in Charlotte, and Shayna, we go down to check out the water park, and we ran back up to the room and called Sarah and was like, "Get the kids in the car, like you have to come, like we'll figure it out, like we're gonna like come and share the room, and like to come to the Great Wolf Lodge to do that." And we've also
depends on what the best state rates
the
were. And I think y'all just got
too.
lucky.
Yeah,
You know,
and
it's
then
like,
the mountains. We've done the mountains a couple times.
Yeah. I've been to Asheville a couple
Yeah.
times. Really, really a lot of fun.
Yeah. So it's kind of
There is actually a community of
gonna be
people
here.
out there that do the same thing we do.
yes,
It's amazing.
it's fun. So yeah, I'm doing that in a couple weeks, and that'll be the last one. I am talking to Linda, who works at our front desk. Her husband Daryl, who has a different last name. His last name is Jones. Took me a while to figure out how to contact him. So I've got an email out to him. He is a badminton superstar.
He is a national champion.
There you go. Yeah,
He's a national champion badminton player, and
so he's interested in volunteering.
good
He's gonna and he wants to do it in the fall. He still works though.
to teach badminton, and
get
badminton's
people-
making a huge comeback. I mean, I don't know if you guys watch TikTok. I waste way too much time on it, but I have this badminton channel that I watch, and I was like, it's a great
I watch
sport.
the cat
It's a lot of
ones.
fun. The cats.
Oh, it's a cat video.
I end up on some weird stuff, but it's a rabbit hole. You just keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Don't. I do not recommend TikTok to any of you. It's like a big waste of time, but it is kind of mindless stuff.
Yeah, it is. It is. So anyway, because we used to have badminton here, and it was actually an event in senior games.
Remember, like
and-
Carol Sperano and Jesse and
Yeah.
some of the old timers would come.
No, and it was Claire
and Jesse, Nancy. Yep.
Claire and Bob Cody. They
Right.
played too.
That's right.
And like there were a bunch.
Anyway,
of
it's a
them
lot
that
of fun. We've got the net and the standards. Actually, we're going to buy a new net, but we have the standards for it to set it up.
And
in
we
the
have
room.
We have
the
rackets
rackets
and
and they're called shuttlecocks,
I
yep.
have those.
Mhm.
I have a whole
the real ones with the feathers.
I do.
Yeah.
Yep, they made me get those.
Yeah.
I mean, God only knows if they're any good. I'll have to have them. I mean, they're probably 10 years old. Like, when was it? When did we last
They're in a
play
plastic
badminton?
container.
We'll see. I don't know. Anyway,
Or
so
maybe
he
Colorado.
has stuff too. He, and if we have to, we'll buy stuff.
Anyway, so if you're interested in learning, it's
I'm
going to be a
gonna
free
have-
opportunity.
It's going to be in the fall.
Mhm.
It's. I think I'm hoping he'll do it on Tuesday nights, because Tuesday night
That
is
was
the
empty.
only night we really can do. And we'll see. I originally talked about Wednesday nights, but we can, that's not going to work for us.
That could work for me.
It's not going to work for them. We have nobody. It's not going to work for us.
I work Tuesday nights as it is. I don't
Yeah,
want to
we're
work
not,
Wednesday
gonna,
nights.
and I don't do nights. I'm here first thing in the morning. I'm by 6 o'clock. I have my
One night a
jammies on,
week,
man.
Nancy gets here early, and I do the kind of later shift, just to have somebody here. But Tuesday nights I work here, from like 11
yoga.
to 8.
I think we should hire somebody.
And I'm
else.
telling you, I get so much because they're
I
in there
get, that's why I keep
because they're
coming in
doing
earlier
yoga, so
and
they're
earlier,
super
yeah.
quiet, and I'm sitting at the front desk like, just
Aren't they playing cards though too?
well, they can, they can, but they don't.
Okay,
So yeah,
because they used to come and
Yeah,
play at
I
night.
told
They
them
were
they could.
loud, laughing and stuff. But
Yeah.
that's always good to hear. I love when I hear them laughing by. And
right.
like,
Oh, mahjong is tomorrow. We have mahjong lessons, and we have
I wanna learn how to
full
do that.
class.
I want to learn.
As a matter
how
of
to
fact,
do
we're
that.
overflowing. We
Yeah.
actually have a couple people on the waiting list.
Nice,
so-
nice. I do want to make sure that any of you that take line dancing. Oh, look. Hey, Robin. Hey, Carolyn. What did she say? She did a class.
The microgreens, yes,
Cool,
at the
cool,
library,
cool.
right, Carolyn? I'm pretty sure that's
Make sure you say hi. Somebody's typing. See.
yeah.
Congrats.
Oh, Robin. Hey, Robin. She's one of.
Thank you. I'll have her certificate. I'll post it on Facebook. You know it. She's talking about congratulations because I'll be graduating from AJ.
Yeah.
So when the town does the awards this year, maybe I'll get an umbrella or something.
You might.
I might. June 6th, Renee is not going to be here at all. I thought she was going to be here for beginner, but not the workshop. She will not be here at all. I think I put signs up for that inside the fitness room. I didn't do it
Okay.
anywhere else. And I think I might have put it online, but that's about it. So we did that. Oh, and the virtual schedule for June, I didn't get my butt in gear. I shouldn't say butt. You told me not to say butt again. I know. I'm
did.
so sorry. I didn't get my act together.
I thought you were going to do something worse.
Act. Not me. That was not me. My act together with John to schedule time to go do the virtual, the taping of the virtual till the end of the month. So I don't have my schedule ready in time for Mandy. I actually need to talk to him about doing the one for June so that
We're
I
still
have it
doing
early.
Virtual programming.
And it is still very popular.
It
It
is,
makes
yeah.
me happy. I don't think you realize how many people come to me every day and go, "Hey, I did your class on YouTube the other day."
I hear them.
And then I went and I did Ellen's strength class, and then I did yoga with
Testimony. I have a testimony to give you about your. Nancy started this class called Life. It's really to help strengthen, fall prevention.
That's mainly balance.
Balance, that kind of thing. I saw Penny Stroud, and I know Penny will probably chime in, but I saw Penny Stroud yesterday, and she had a bad fall up here, as a matter of fact, several months ago.
Yeah.
And she actually gave you credit. She said, and I was like, I was watching her, and she was walking kind of swiftly with her cane. I was like, wow. And she goes, I didn't even know I had some of these muscles, and they all kind of hurt. She said, but look at me, I'm walking.
I can't believe how many people
have healed.
I give them homework too,
but she's doing, and they're doing.
And I'm telling them to you gotta, guys.
So, and this really is for people that are
on Mondays.
Unstable on their feet, and it's really I
have people coming in wheelchairs.
Yeah, walkers, the
oxygen tanks.
But you know, it's amazing to see somebody like Penny who really is not progressing.
We work hard. I mean, we work hard. We work hard, but then we rest and stretch. Then we work hard, and then we rest and we stretch. And so.
But huge kudos for that.
Good. Yeah, it's like that's like my thing.
I know,
like that's my thing.
Well, we want people to live in. I don't know if we want people to live independently as long as they can. And so this is the thing.
I used to do it for weight loss.
I hear so many. You'd be amazed at the stuff you hear, and caregivers, you should know this. People fall all the time. They do not tell you. Your mom and dad fall all the time, and they do not tell you.
Yeah.
So it's a thing. Them. Check on them, and don't trust them. They're like teenagers.
Yeah, they lie.
They lie.
They don't tell their doctor either.
And because they don't want to lose their independence. They don't want to lose their independence.
I go to the doctors now, and they go,
"Have you fallen?"
And I'm like, man, I've reached that point in my life. I No, I haven't fallen, but I did roll over and blow out my back. Holy crap. That was bad. So we have that AGI, the virtual.
So are your daughters really not watching this anymore because we talk too much about the senior center?
Yes, we could talk about them if you want.
I know. You know what I was going to do? Nancy, who's your favorite? No, I'm just kidding.
It depends on the day. They all know that. Ever since they grew up, they've been growing up.
Tune in to find out.
She's your favorite. And
tune in to find out who Nancy's favorite is. Next,
you know what I was
going
to ask people to do though is to type in, for all of you mothers out there, what is your one? And Shayna posted this one day when she first had Kenzie. She said, like, what is the one piece of advice that you would give to a young mother? I have two.
Never wake a sleeping baby.
My mother used to say that all the time. My mother also said, never get involved in kid stuff. Like those kids that are will be back friends in 2 minutes. And if you get involved and you get into it with their mother, mothers will never talk again. My piece of advice, you've heard this from me many times. I hate teenagers. I don't know how many of you know how much I hate teenagers. They're just not.
It was really tough, right? Raising a teenager after Nancy had raised hers.
It's just not nice. They're just not nice people. I really, truly believe it's all part of the developmental process so that when they're ready to go away to college, like you're ready for them to go. But my big advice, especially nowadays, your job is not to be friends with your kids. You are not their friend. If your teenager doesn't hate your guts, you're probably doing something wrong. I'm telling you.
The one key piece of...
And you pray to whatever greater power you believe in. You pray every day that someday they will like you again and love you again and you will be friends.
And mine's finally, I have a date with her tonight. And I'm like, oh, she's 23.
Mine are all coming for this weekend. We're doing...
She actually asked me for advice last night and listened. That was a
It's you got to put your time in though.
Yeah.
Like, like your job is not to be their friend. Your job is to make decisions for them that they're too stupid to make for themselves, actually.
Yeah, you got to
And
keep,
and to make
keep them in a padded cell for.
that would be the one thing. So if you guys think of stuff that would be your one thing that you
got
would
grandbabies,
share with some of these younger mothers, because I'll tell you, kids today
Kids
are
today.
brutal,
Kids
man.
today. I
Brutal.
swore I would never say that.
They're brutal. There's absolutely no. Now that I'm old and I have white hair, if my kids ever saw somebody my age and they didn't get their butts out of, I said butt again. If they didn't get out of a chair, like without having to be told. At my house when I was growing up, if my father had to tell you to get out of his chair, you didn't sit down for a month.
Right.
Like, I mean, as soon as you heard him walking down the hall, we all knew, get up, Dad's coming. Like, and we would go sit because like he had the best chair, and he would say,
Did your parents make
chair.
you pick a switch before you got in the car?
We didn't do switches. We had a ruler. My mother hit us with whatever she could find. A ruler, one of those paddles, those paddles with the ball, like that was.
Yeah.
I like those.
Those
were good.
Yeah, because they were thin, but they'd light you up.
Yep. We had those brushes.
We're back. We're from that generation. Oh, y'all are.
We never did
too.
switches. That we didn't have trees.
So my mom
lived in the city.
My mom would make us pick a switch, and if it broke, if it broke, we'd have to go back. She never used it, but boy, I tell you, they could hit.
I did
6 legs like that though.
Yep. Too funny. But yeah, too craziness. But yep. Hey, I think we're done. It's 10:30. I think we talked about everything I have on my list.
Don't forget we have meditation on Fridays too. I haven't had a whole lot of people, but Fran Gasser is just so awesome. And I went a couple weeks ago, and I'm telling you, I feel like I had like 12 hours of sleep for sitting in on it for an hour. I mean, it just really is relaxing.
For an hour though,
it's amazing. It just goes.
Suzanne keeps telling me she flunked too.
She's a flunky, but
she can't sit still for an hour.
You can't do. Yeah, you can't.
I mean, I remember taking Tai Chi with Carol Sperano.
Yeah.
And we'd be like laying on the floor, and she'd be going, "Oh,
laying on the floor."
Yep.
And Tai Chi
at the end, or sitting somewhere I don't know. And she'd be going, "Oh, we're underneath the rainbow," and I'd be like, "I got a class. I gotta do,
And I'm all about some sleep and stuff, so
So anyway, so my girls are coming this weekend.
Good.
To for my Mother's Day present. They are.
Are you crafting?
We're going to hopefully have time. We have so many things in so little time. We have plans. Jerry power washed my deck yesterday, took all the stuff off of it. And they're supposed to be over at like 7:00 in the morning on Saturday. We'll see how that goes. Kelsey and Shayna will probably be there at 7. Sarah and Lily tend to sleep later. Like they'll probably scoop Bryson and grab him. Morgan.
You never know.
She's a vampire.
You never know. Nancy's daughter Morgan is going to be going to France, and
she's starting her international MBA in Wilmington.
Crazy.
But she's already like got my front room. She's giving up her apartment, and she's like moving all of her stuff into my house.
Is there an animal? Is there a cat?
2. I don't know if I'm getting them. I can't imagine her not taking the cats with her eventually, but I don't know if you have to do like a quarantine.
I think they do something weird about.
I haven't mentioned to Jerry we might be getting 2 more. Oh my god,
we're probably just rambling at this point, and they're not really.
But anyway, so we're staining my deck. I'm psyched.
Good.
Psych. It's always a pleasure to see y'all.
Always
to hear from y'all. Please keep in touch. Let us know what you want. And I like, anything else?
What a privilege to be able to come to work every day and enjoy what you do.
We have so much fun.
And who you work with.
Yes. Bye, y'all. Have a great weekend. 3, 2, and